Hi everyone, it's Arts from Man Carpentry. Here's Dan with me as well. So today we're going to show you how not to do basically. We already started work on trying to solve the problem. It's not the best way, but yeah. So if you want to take load of your roof, you shouldn't be going on the side of the rafter. You should be going under, or the best way actually would be building like a small stud wall, and by stud wall I mean cutting bird's mouth or a C-cut in the rafters like so. Cut that out, put the plate which is the stud wall, like a 4x2 on its side. The best way of doing it would be having laser level shining onto rafters, so you can take out all level, notch all that out, and yeah, that would be the right way of doing it. But because it is what it is, what we're gonna have to do, we're gonna have to go under the rafters here. So obviously where we got double joist rafters, we're gonna put double brace, and then after that we're gonna have to go across to try to lock it all in and again bolt it all up. So yeah, that's another thing we got to deal on this job. There's, well, what else I was gonna show you, and yeah, also when you do, if you ever do your loft yourself, or you know, if you see anyone doing it, well, you need to make sure that joists, new joists, been put to the side of the old ones, because you're gonna have to bolt them together at around 500 to 600 centers, and that's because you wanna if you take, for example, here we have a little bit of an old ceiling still, and that is to support end of the rafters, so obviously to take weight of them, and it makes it all, you know, as one rather than being separate. So here we're gonna have to sort this out, because on some of them it hasn't been done, and some of them very badly, so we're gonna have to try solve that out somehow. Well, here we probably can slide in a piece of wood on its side and then bolt both together, but you know, we're gonna have to rip some of this floor up. Yeah, then when you do your dormer, timbers need to go all the way up to the ridge rather than being cut on funny angles. That's another thing. And the ridge board needs to be probably 8 to 9 inches, not 6 inch. So that rafter, you can see up there, so that rafter, have we got steps or something? So rafter can sit, so there is no gap here, so that ridge would go back all the way to the bottom of the rafters. So that's the plan when you do roofs. And so yeah, and also please don't do that, because it should be taking weight. And as you can see, what we got here, we got a situation where this supposedly rafter is just put in short, trying to join with an old one, where it should have been just put new 2 double ones in. She hasn't been done. Sorry, I fart in there. Then here we got something similar, I think. Can't really see though. And I think they have, well, yeah, well, something like that, as you can see. Not very pretty. Then as again, like things like that, binder, roof binder was cut short for some reason, unknown reason, where it could have been built in as this stud wall. It could have been cut right here and just built in, supported from the stud up, but hence why we had to put like 8x2s, double 8x2s to try to take the weight of the roof. Yeah, so that's where we are at the moment, and this is the best. I love this part the best. This is how definitely not to do your roof. We're gonna have to sort that out. As you can see, it's where the old hip used to be, and they just, yeah, left those timbers in. They've even been, you know, cut short and all sorts, so we're gonna have to sort this mess out. And the worst one is they even didn't put extra rafters, new rafters alongside with the old ones, to keep the same margin everywhere, because obviously it needs to be insulated later on and boarded and everything. So as you can see, that wouldn't work very well the way it is at the moment. So yeah, well, I hope you can see what it was originally. It was only nailed, and in my previous video I showed you what happens when you don't do it properly. It just pushes the wall out on where the load is bearing to, and it doesn't happen straight away. It only happens when it gets tiled because of the weight. You wouldn't tell straight away that it has happened, so bear that in mind, and yeah, you'll be fine. Alright, we'll catch up with you later. So today we'll just show you a catch-up video, basically what we've been doing. As you remember, we had this mess here, so we'll put in new rafters in. Problem being that we got a roof tiled, so that doesn't help, and so we try to save customers some money by not ripping tiles off from the roof and just fitting it as it is. But as you can see, you need to use acro, a prop, to push the roof up a bit, to help us getting the rafters in, because if you do it right way, you do it from above. Yeah, so just show you, we got one in yesterday. As you can see, and if anyone does get in a situation like we are at the moment, so that's what we come up with, like a levers, so it gives you a bit more twisting power. So we use them blocks, and we have screws right here, so we just use it to lever to tilt the timber in a position. We also have started bolting those timbers up and adding timbers underneath, spiking them in that timber just to take that load, to spread it all evenly. And later date we will be putting cross braces that way, just to stop it, just to lock it in, so it wouldn't push any more the roof. And yeah, we have done, I'll go downstairs, we have done a pad stones, that's done. All that structural part is done now. So I'll show you. We have done that. That's all been done now. It's all been blocked up. Pass on in new lintel because the old one was too small. Then we have Then the padstones as specified by inspector. So all them jobs now finished. We have built this up with concrete blocks as well to take steel. Same there, and we've put padstone in there. So here we will have to refix those straps, because first of all they haven't been plugged. They've just been screws been put in a soft block. Obviously it's not strong enough. You can pretty much use your hands to unwind the screws. So here we got a few straps to put and then we'll be done, but we're gonna concentrate on the roof so Roofer can finish his job. And yeah, well, we'll give you an update later on. Hope you enjoy it. We'll catch up with you soon. I'll show you what we're doing here. Basically what we're doing, we're putting a lever so we can get rafter in a position. So obviously when you cut it, if you would do it right way, you would do it obviously before the roof's been done, but because you know what situation we got here, roof's been done and this wasn't good enough. It had to be re-strengthened. It wasn't, you know, finished right way, so we got to do it through underside, fitting new rafters in to take load, and you know, plus we're gonna have a VLX window here around this area, so 2 trimmers, and then all this, obviously, as you can see, that's no good. That's just, yeah, that's not holding anything basically. So we've got acro. That's what you're gonna need if you are going to do something like this, just to take a load, because obviously it's quite heavy having those towers on. I hope that helps someone. So yeah, we'll crack on and we'll catch up with you soon.